This is the final step of Connect the Dots logo tour. And I'm going to show you how to set your document where it really looks like this. So we're getting ready to type Tulip Hill Cafe. The only error is it says Tulip Cafe. So you have to type it like the solution and make sure you put the word hill. And one of the things in order to make this work is you want to make sure that you set your field to black. So your field should be black. And then in order to get your character panel, you must hold down the command key and press T or Control T on the Apple, on the Windows-based computer. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure that this is set to black. Myriad Pro is fine. And you want to make sure that your font size is 72. And make sure that you reveal the text guide. I showed you that earlier, but that should be revealed. And you must click on draw text. You can't draw this text unless you're on there. Last step is make sure you're on the type tool. And what I would do is go as close to the edge, sort of in the middle here, and click and type Tulip Hill Cafe. So that's done. So now that you've typed that, make sure you save it. Okay, so what we want to do is take the text guide off and you see Tulip here, unreveal that. I'm sorry. Keep that up. And we want to take the napkin sketch off. We don't need it anymore. So in order to see all the items that we've actually drawn, we want to go to each draw item and reveal it. So we're going to click here and it's draw stems. We're going to draw grass here. And we're going to do the draw sun where we drew it. And then we're going to get the sky guide and draw sky. So now you see all of it together. Now you can make some adjustments here if you want to. So if you go to the selection tool and you click on this and you want to kind of bring this down a little bit, well, make sure you unlock the drawing. In order to do anything, all the drawers have to be unlocked to do anything. So I'm going to go to each one and unlock. So if I want to make some changes to it, so what I can do now is click on it and I can kind of bring that down a little bit. I can bring this over so it actually matches, and I can actually click here and bring this side over a little bit. And just adjust it if you want to. So that looks a little bit better. And you can make your changes if you wanted to move the stem over or whatever you wanted to do. Now let's look at the solution file. This is the solution file. This is the actual file for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to lock it again. So lock all your drawers so nothing changes them. And now it's looking like the solution file. Save your work. So, as a review, whenever you're working with a layer in this instructions and this chapter, we had to make sure the text guide was available if we wanted to do text like down here, and then we had to click on draw text. If we didn't click on draw text, we could not draw this text. Again, example for the tulips. When we drew the tulips, we had to have the tulip guide available, and then we had to click on draw tulips. So now that we no longer need it, it's not available. So this is your end product. And I just want to say, these instructions are exactly the way I went over. If you have a problem with something, you can undo it and redo it, but you must follow the instructions in this video. You can do it two ways. You can just listen to the video and make sure you understand everything and use the book as a guide, but the book has some errors, and one of the errors we noted was it said to type Tulip Cafe when it was Tulip Hill. It told you when it did the stems to make this here your fill and this none, where both had to be the same. So you got to look at what I've shown you here. I made some corrections. So this is the end of the exercise, and this exercise is a great exercise because at the end of the course you're going to have to draw your logo. So now you're familiar with shapes, how to make oval, how to, when you come here and you click here using the pen tool, you have to go across to make that shape oval, and so forth. So I hope this was a good exercise for you, and it will help you in the future. I'm saving.